Over in Epcot, right by the Fountain of Nations in Future World, there's an attraction called Club Cool. That's a very loose application of the word attraction, by the way, because Club Cool is essentially just a little Coca-Cola sponsored Coca-Cola store. However, beyond just buying drinks and merch, Club Cool also offers free testing stations where guests can sample select Coca-Cola products from around the world. The bulk of the offerings, like most soda, have various sweet tastes, ranging from pineapple to mango to melon. Then there's Beverly.
Not as bad as I... Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
Why does Beverly soda taste so bad? Is it an Italian thing? Do they just like awful soda over there? Where did it come from? Where is it now? Why do hardcore Disney World fans love, or love to hate, Beverly? Part of the answer is actually spelled out for us right at Club Cool. It's not a matter of Americans just having a different palate, it's admittedly a bitter drink on purpose. The description posted above the Beverly soda fountain reads, quote, "Beverly, with its bitter flavor, is a popular non-alcoholic aperitif that is a traditional part of Italian refreshment culture." The key word there is aperitif, because that alone changes the way a drink like Beverly is meant to be consumed. Many cultures around the world have a lengthy history of treating digestive ailments with bitter herbs. It dates back as far as the Middle Ages, potentially even further. To make them easier to consume, a lot of those bitter herbs would be mixed with alcohol, and the resulting concoction eventually went by the name of, well, bitters. Over the years, these bitters eventually evolved from a medicinal treatment to a preventative measure. That is where the aperitif comes in. Most popular in France and Italy, the aperitif is a bitter cocktail that's consumed shortly before a meal as a way of aiding the digestive process and preventing future issues such as indigestion. On top of that, the bitter taste supposedly helps in preparing your palate for the food you're about to enjoy. So with that in mind, the aperitif was not consumed in large quantities, nor was it quickly consumed. It was a modest cocktail you'd casually have before dinner. And it was most of the time an alcoholic beverage. However, in 1969 at the Fiera di Milano, a trade fair in Milan, Coca-Cola would introduce a non-alcoholic aperitif to the Italian market, and it was called Beverly. Bottled in Monza, Italy, Beverly was advertised to be, quote, "cold as Helsinki, sparkling as Rio, and dry as El Paso." It was originally sold in small 3 and 6 ounce bottles, which was fitting considering it was intended to be enjoyed as an aperitif. And while it was originally a darker drink, very visually similar to Coca-Cola, the company would eventually introduce a clear version in 1978. Considering its purpose and taste, and considering we don't typically partake in aperitifs here, the drink was never brought over to the United States beyond the fun marketing gimmick. It was introduced to the world of Coca-Cola in Atlanta, and in 1998 a Coca-Cola sponsored attraction called Ice Station Cool, later Club Cool, would open in Future World. It would offer Americans a free taste of various sodas from around the world, including Beverly. And while it didn't happen right away, the popularization of vlogging, combined with Beverly being this unexpected and unpleasant experience for many, led to a cult following around the practice of getting your unaware friends and family to try the drink so that you could capture their reaction on camera. It would eventually become popular enough that the Coca-Cola rooftop bar in Disney Springs would offer a mixed drink called Beverly's Revenge, which features the soda along with gin and blood orange liqueur. Today, there are even fan-made t-shirts for the soda. As for Beverly, the drink was eventually discontinued in 2009, and the only real explanation offered by Coca-Cola was that it was part of, quote, ongoing product consolidation. Personally, that sounds like PR speak for it stopped selling well enough. I couldn't find any Beverly or even Italian-specific figures, but I did find that Coca-Cola's European market as a whole experienced a nearly $500 million drop in revenue that year, so perhaps that played a part in the decision to end the production. Or perhaps the competition was too much for a market too small. By that point, both Campari and San Pellegrino, two major Italian aperitif brands, had their own non-alcoholic offerings as well. And while here in the United States, Coca-Cola is one of the most popular brands ever, Soda consumption is much lower over in Italy, meaning it wouldn't be as easy of a market for Coca-Cola to dominate. So today, our enjoyment of Beverly is limited to these taste test stations at various spots across the country. So if you find yourself in Epcot, and you wander into Club Cool, and you decide to give Beverly a shot, remember, it wasn't the kind of soft drink enjoyed like this. It was enjoyed like this. I still think it tastes nasty like this, but at least now we know people in Italy weren't downing this stuff 20 ounces at a time.